Hi there and welcome to another session of Business Studies with me Vishwanath Sir for the 12th standard. We are right now with Nature and Significance of Management, where we were doing a few case studies in relation to the objectives and other important topics which we covered. So we shall continue with Nature and Significance of Management and go a little bit further from there onwards. I just would like to advise you again is that your case studies form a very important part of your curriculum in the paper, and the case studies it's not exaggerated, but 60 to 70% of the paper does come in form of case studies. So it's very imperative that you understand each and every topic properly before attempting the case studies. Okay, so imperative that you read the lessons properly, understand it, and you're able to put it forward whenever you're answering any questions. Okay, I go to the first case study today where Mr. Shiv Sharma and Ms. Suhasini are both managers of HTL Limited. Mr. Shiv is the CEO of the company, and Mrs. Suhasini is the branch manager of HTL Limited. They manage the enterprise at different levels. At which levels of management are they working for HTL Limited? You can tell Mr. Shiv Sharma is working as a CEO of the company, so he's working at the top level, while as Ms. Suhasini is a branch manager, so she is working at the middle level. So just repeating again, since he's the CEO, he's in the top level, while as since Suhasini is a manager, she is at the middle level. Okay, so this case study ends. I go to the next case study where Ashutosh Goenka is working in Axe Limited, a company which manufactures air purifiers. He found that the profits have started declining over the last 6 months. The profit has an implication for survival of the firm, so he analyzed the business environment to find out the reasons for this decline. Okay, he wanted to find out why. Identify the level of management at which Ashutosh Goenka was working and state the other 3 functions which are being performed by Ashutosh Goenka. Okay, so he is working at the top level management because what is he doing? He is analyzing. If he is analyzing, that means he is going to take important decisions. And the functions of the top level, you can take any 3. You can take, he coordinates activities of the different departments. They are responsible for the social welfare and survival of the organization. They formulate the overall policies, goals and strategies for the achievement. They are also responsible for the activities of the business and its impact on society. So you can state any of these 3 functions. So remember that he is at the top level because he is analyzing the business environment. From here onwards, I go to the next case study where Rishitosh Mukherjee has recently joined AMV Limited, a company which is manufacturing refrigerator. He found out that his department was understaffed and the other departments were not cooperating with this department for smooth functioning of the organization. Therefore, he ensured his department he ensured that his department has the required number of employees and its cooperation with the other departments improved. Okay. Identify at which level Rishitosh Mukherjee was working. Also state any 4 or any 3 functions which is performed by Rishitosh Mukherjee at his level. So you can tell, since he's in the managerial levels, you can tell he's a middle level management. And the functions of the middle level management, one is to interpret the policies which are formed by the top level, to assign the necessary duties and responsibilities to the employees of the respective departments for implementation, and finally also to motivate the employees in the respective departments so that they achieve their objectives. Okay, from him I go to Govinda Limited, which is a highly reputed company. Different functions are performed by different individuals in the company who are bound in a hierarchy of relations. Every individual in the hierarchy is responsible for successful completion of a particular task. Mr. Gauranga, he is responsible for the welfare and the survival of the organization. He formulates the overall organizational goals and strategies for achievement. Mr. Nityanand ensures that the quality of output is maintained, the wastage of material is minimized, and the standards are maintained. And there is Mr. Sanatan who assigns necessary duties and responsibilities to the personnel and motivates them to achieve the desired objectives. So the question here is at what level Mr. Gauranga, Nityanand and Sanatan are working in Govinda Limited. Okay, you have to also justify your answer. You can tell that Mr. Gauranga is working at the top level management for the simple reason that he is responsible for the welfare and the survival of the organization. So, and he formulates overall organizational goals and strategies for their achievement. Nityanand is working at the operational or the supervisory level because he has to ensure that the quality of output is maintained, wastage of raw materials is minimized, and the safety standards are maintained. While as Mr. Sanatan is working at the middle level because he assigns the necessary duties and responsibilities to the personnel and motivates them to achieve the desired objectives. Okay, so these were the three people who are working at different levels and performing different functions. Okay, from that we go to the next part of this nature and significance of management, where we shall be in the process of discussing is management an art, science or a profession. Okay, now firstly we will discuss why is management an art. Art is basically any skill which is developed and personal application of the existing knowledge to achieve the desired results. So you have to apply that. It can be acquired due to study, observation, experiences. Okay, so you have to study it also, you have to observe also what the other persons are doing, and then you need your experience also along with that. So the three basic features of art which we are going to discuss today is there is an existence of theoretical knowledge, because things like dancing, public speaking, art, acting or music, they all have certain theoretical knowledge. Where is the generation from, where it has taken its roots from. A personalized application, so each one has got a variety in doing different things. No one is the same. Each one has got different creativity and innovativeness in them. Then it is based on practice and creativity. Once you keep practicing, you develop a particular art, and this is good because you see certain musicians and also they combine certain basic notes and they make it into a masterpiece. Okay, now our question arises, is management an art? Number one, management of theoretical knowledge. Okay, there is existence of theoretical knowledge and management does have this, so you can tell it fits into this category. Secondly, personalized application. Like art, management to a manager has acquired knowledge in a personalized and in a unique way. All of us don't achieve the same level of knowledge. Even though we achieve the same level of knowledge, there is a different way in which we have achieved it. He is involved in activities of the organization, studies critical situations and formulates his own theories in a given situation. So this is personalized application. So the second point also fits into art. Thirdly, it's based on practice and creativity. Yes, once you start practicing a certain thing, you start gaining mastery over it. Okay, and a manager gains good experiences and achieves perfections in the long run practice. A good manager works with a combination of practice, creativity, imagination, initiative, and innovation. Okay, so management is an art because it fulfills these three conditions. There is theoretical knowledge, it's got personalized application, and it's based on practice and creativity. Thank you so much. This is Vishwanath sir signing off.